It's movies like this that make people like me drink. Don't worry, it's just orange juice. Hitman, Agent 47. In my opinion, it's really bad. The story follows Agent 47 as he's tasked with taking out two targets, one of which is unaware that she is programmed like an agent. After capturing her, the two team up and go against John Smith and the Clerk, men with the desire to create an army of agents for their own disastrous use. Back in 2007, an adaptation of the Hitman game series was released, starring Timothy Olyphant. At the time, I was a pretty big gamer, and among the titles I indulged in, Hitman on PS2 was one of them. Unfortunately, due to a lack of patience for proper stealth, I was horrible, but I loved the character and the ability to choose how to kill a target. Be it gun, knife, poison, strangle, bomb their ass, or just drop a chandelier on their head. The chandelier is my personal favorite. When the movie came out, I had a feeling that it would not be great, but I ignored all the poor reviews and listened to the voice in my head that always says, it may not be terrible. So I rented it from Blockbuster and had my heart broken. When I heard this movie was in development, I had a mixed reaction. On the one hand, it's a second chance to get it right. It may not be terrible. On the other hand, history could repeat itself, which it did. A couple of things I did like include the cinematography. The night scenes look really good, and there's a very attractive use of color throughout the whole movie. One example is in Agent 47's place. The color green is used to convey a calm and peaceful setting, a place where he can relax and reboot. I also like the core story idea. Compared to the 07 version, it's a better idea, I think, and has a lot of potential. The sad part is that potential dies faster than one of 47's targets. My notes for improvement fall under the writing, the casting, the acting, the direction, and the WTF ending. I have seen some endings that left imaginary question marks floating over my head, but this movie has two twists that make no sense whatsoever. Is it that hard to end a movie so there is no setup of any kind for a sequel we'll likely never get? In regard to the writing, I was shocked to find that the writer of this movie, Skip Woods, is the same guy who penned the first movie. Doesn't that make this only half a remake? The worst part is it makes total sense once you learn that, because neither this movie's plot nor the first film's plot does the basic story idea justice. The film's characters are neither interesting nor fleshed out, and the dialogue is painful. Concerning the casting and acting, while Rupert Friend has the look for Agent 47, his performance falls flat. Margin Call star Zachary Quinto looks out of place, and unfortunately, most of the cast looks emotionally checked out from the start. Last but not least, there is the directing. Coming up with a creative vision for a video game-based movie is very hard, and I admire those who have tried. I really do. But given how this is Alexander Bach's directorial debut, his vision falls more in line with a gun-for-hire director, rather than a skilled master who is really, truly inviting us into his vision of this world. And speaking as someone personally who one day dreams of making franchise movies, I would think having a visionary director behind the camera on this movie and having Alexander Bach behind the camera of a smaller, more intimate project to begin his career would be the wiser choice. Then again, everyone has their own path. With all that said, my recommendation if you are a Hitman fan is to replay the game. My recommendations for the next Hitman movie, even though they will likely never happen, is have Anton Corbijn direct based on his film The American. and based on his performance in Prometheus, have Michael Fassbender star as 47. I give Hitman Agent 47 1.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Have an awesome day.